Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video we will discuss why law of attraction does not work for most people and what can we do to correct where the problem is actually lying, right? And once you understand that, then you can take the corrective action and things will start working for you. So first understand why most people are wrong about the law of attraction. Most people think after especially watching the movie The Secret, and they try to understand the secret at the very surface level, and they think that law of attraction is just thinking positive or thinking good about their life, and as a result good things will happen. Well, that is partially true, and if you start doing that you will see some initial change, but to see change in your life which will be big change which will change your life in a big way, you have to go deeper than that. Because to manifest bigger things you have to understand the law of attraction in detail. You have to go a level beyond, right? And you have to understand that law of attraction is not just about thinking. More importantly, it's aligning your thinking with your feelings, your beliefs and your actions, and that is not easy, especially the feeling and the beliefs part. That is not easy, because here is where it becomes more complex, right? Because you cannot just suddenly start feeling and believing in something. You can start thinking about something by forcing yourself to think in a way for a certain duration of time as a practice every morning, afternoon, noon and evening. Even if you set an alarm that you have to think good about a particular thing, let's say it's a job you want to manifest, and you're thinking morning, afternoon and night, but your feelings and your beliefs will not be aligned. So what is the way to change it? What is the right way? Well, I have understood this after reading the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. He was an amazing guy who passed away. I'm sure he's resting in peace. Amazing work in that book. In the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, that is one of the best books written on the law of attraction, because it actually tells you how the mind works, right? What is the nature of the mind and how the mind influences your life. So most people go wrong about mind. They think mind is the brain. No, brain is an organ. Mind is much bigger. Mind, when we picturize mind, consider it as your consciousness connected to the universe, connected to God, if you believe in God. But that is mind, and the mind can be divided into two parts: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, right? And after only understanding this, you'll get why the law of attraction is not working and how to make it work for you, right? So first let's try to understand the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is very powerful and it has its characteristics, right? So for example, subconscious mind is an emotional mind. It does not understand words. It does not understand what you are saying. It just understands the emotions. If you're feeling it, that is how you're communicating to the subconscious mind, right? So if you're having emotions about the thing, you're directly communicating to the subconscious mind and starts getting the message, right? The second property of the subconscious mind is that it is a universal mind, meaning it is connected to the God. Now here is where it becomes a little metaphysical. It becomes a little hazy for us to understand from the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, because here Dr. Joseph Murphy is referring to the unlimited power of the subconscious mind, its ability to transcend this existence and connect to the higher power, and basically bring from this infinite intelligence of the universe a portion of it required for you to manifest things. So believe in the unlimited power. Unlimited meaning unlimited. It can do things you cannot imagine. You cannot basically fathom the power of your subconscious mind, because it's the power of the universe, it's the power of God, it's the power of creation. It's basically creating a all new reality. subconscious mind can do it for you. It is a universal mind. The third property of the subconscious mind is it works on paradigms. And here again, well, I learned about the power of a subconscious mind book first from Bob Proctor, who was a business coach mainly from the law of attraction point of view, but amazing guy who understood the fundamental concepts of law of attraction. So the third, Bob Proctor used to talk a lot about paradigms. Now, what is a paradigm? A paradigm is a cluster of beliefs and emotions which are residing in your subconscious mind. I'll again repeat it. Paradigm is not just an emotion or a belief. It's a cluster of beliefs and emotions residing in your subconscious mind. Now, a simple way to understand this is to understand your inherent attitude towards a certain thing. So, for example, if you have this attitude that money is evil, or if you have money, bad things will happen to you, right? Or in your family, it will divide your family. If you have developed this paradigm, you will see the manifestation of this paradigm in your life all around. And even if you as a result of working hard, you get a good job or you start a good business and you're making a lot of money will not stay with you either. Or even if you accumulate a lot of money, it will be negative for you, meaning you may spoil your kids, or something will happen which will help, which will be a reflection of this paradigm which is residing in your mind. Likewise, it can be for health. Likewise, it can be for relationships, toxic relationships, etc. So this is the third characteristic of subconscious mind. It works on paradigms, right? And the fourth characteristic of subconscious mind is that it is illogical. It is very powerful. It is universal. It works on paradigms. It understands emotions, or it communicates with emotions, but it is illogical. It does not understand right or wrong. And there's a particular example given in the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, where he says that a man wanted his daughter to be cured of something, and he said, I will give anything as a result of that. Anything meaning anything. And as it happens in that story, that he lost his hand in an accident and his daughter got cured, so he had to give his hand. Well, that is not a proper communication to your subconscious mind, right? So it is illogical. So you have to give it direction. You have to give it clarity, right? So how you communicate with your subconscious mind? You communicate through emotions. It is a universal mind. It is having infinite power, because of it being a universal mind. Third, it works on paradigms. So you have to ensure that how do you change the paradigms. And fourth, it is illogical. So you have to clearly communicate what you want and why do you want it and what you're willing to give it for them, not anything, right? Otherwise, it can lead to bad things, as it is mentioned in the book. And by the way, guys, like I always say, none of these ideas are mine. I'm a very simple guy who's just like you, using the law of attraction, trying to improve my life, right? And I'm also learning like you, right? So I'm just sharing the knowledge from the book, right? So this is what the subconscious mind is. Now, very important to understand, subconscious mind is not accessible. It's very difficult to access for an adult human above 7 years of age. Until the 7 years of age, when a child is born, the door to the subconscious is wide open. It is very susceptible to suggestion. So whatever you're suggesting to a child who's until the age of 7, he's just taking it, and they're forming paradigms. They're forming the cluster of beliefs and emotions about specific things, right? But after that, once the paradigms are formed, they are very difficult to change. They're very stubborn and they're very difficult to change. But the only way to change a paradigm is two ways, like Bob Proctor used to say. First is bam, something very very severe and strong happens to you, and you're shook by that, and as a result you change your paradigm, right? And mostly people see this after like near-death experiences. Many people change their belief about certain things, right? So first is that very strong emotional impact of a thing, and second way to change the paradigm according to Bob Proctor is constant spaced repetition of an idea, and especially before going to bed and after waking up, when your brain is in the alpha state, right? And it is more prone to suggestion. Again, just before going to sleep, when you're in a drowsy state and when you wake up, your brainwave frequency is such that the doorway to the subconscious is wide open, and that is a way to suggest things and change the paradigms which have been built in the first 7 years of your life, right? Now once you understand all this, now it becomes more. Now let's try to understand the conscious mind. Now don't discount conscious mind. Conscious mind is how you're communicating to the world, and the only way to reach the subconscious mind is through conscious mind, because that is the that basically shows your awareness. Conscious mind is your awareness, what you're aware of, right? So being conscious of, as the name implies. Now conscious mind has also very important characteristics. And guys, why it's important to know about the characteristics of these two minds, because once you know it, then you can use it well. Then you know how the machinery, how the software program, this mind is actually functioning, and then how to use it for manifesting things or to bring things in your life, right? So first, very important thing, a very important characteristics of the subconscious mind is that it knows polarity, right? It works on the law of polarity, meaning it knows what is right and what is wrong. So you have the free will. We talk a lot about the free will, right? As the conscious mind has the power to choose right or wrong. So whenever you find something which is giving you anything wrong, so for example, there's a particular person in my office, or there are few people in my office, whenever they come to me, I feel negative, right? I feel the negative cloud of energy. It's always negative conversations, complaining about life, etc., etc. So this is and this is just an example. This is my free will. I can choose to move away from them. I can choose not to spend time with them. This is what is meant by polarity. So always choose people, beliefs, people. Surround yourself with people who raise your vibration higher, right? Everything is vibration, and avoid people who draw energy from you, right? There are some advanced faculties apart from following the law of polarity which conscious mind has. For example, it has imagination, it has will, it has memory, it has logic, and it has intuition, right? So these are the advanced faculty which a conscious mind has, and which again we can use to then influence the subconscious mind, meaning we can imagine, we can use our imaginative faculty, right? And then form the pictures. So when we are trying to manifest something, we have to it works very fast if we are aligning the conscious and the subconscious, meaning we are doing all these exercises to influence if we want to change a paradigm about a thing, and influence the subconscious mind before when the doorway is wide open, either through constant spaced repetition or just before waking up or going to sleep, right? With that ideas, either by suggesting through an audio or reading a book, or thinking about the thing we want before we go to sleep, right? Or just after waking up through a meditation, or just by visualization. And second, imaginative faculty, right? Willpower to constantly drive our thoughts for the things we want. In the book The Secret, Rhonda Barnes say that she said a very important line towards the end of the book. She said that I have told you about the secret. Basically what she said, this is a surmise of that. I've told you about the secret, it's very powerful, but it will only work for you if you remember to remember. And that is a willpower. You have to use a willpower. It's not going to be easy. Otherwise everybody's life will be what they want, right? But it does not happen because you have to use the willpower. But if you use that, it will be working like magic, and you will feel it, and all of us feel it at some point of our life, and we use these things properly to attain something, whether it's a loved one, whether it's your partner who you wanted to attract, or a particular job. Whenever you want something, you do the work. you use your willpower, you use the logic, you use your imagination, and you try to influence. I have done it, to get my first job. I've done it to get the admission to the dream institute I wanted for my MBA and for my engineering, right? So these are the things which work, but we have to be aware of it, that these things exist and they work. And when we understand the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, use it, know the properties of this, and then develop practices around it, either through meditations or just by just some other practices like imagination, or suggesting it, reading the books, and influencing it in a particular way. It all works and manifestation starts to happen, right? But it's all about having the knowledge, all this knowledge, and doing the work. And understand very important thing, guys. And Nikola Tesla, I would quote him over here, has said this, that everything is vibration. Everything is vibration. If you want to influence the universe, talk in terms of energy and vibration. That is what he used to say. And we can understand it with a very simple example. Just imagine the molecules of water, right? When the molecules are at a lesser vibration, the water is liquid. When you start heating up the water, the molecules, the vibration of the molecules changes, right? And it starts evaporating, right? If you freeze the water, the energy again changes and it freezes into solid, right? So water changes its states because the vibration of the molecules is changing, and you can just extrapolate to everything else in your life, right? When you're vibrating at the frequency of your goals, things will start to happen, things will change, right? So when you understand these things, that you have to use your imagination, be around the people who raise your vibration, give you positive energy, and your vibration raises, you feel good about yourself, about your goals, automatically things will start happening and aligning. Just thinking, pure thinking, is not gonna change things. So the real meaning of the law of attraction is to change your inner world so that your outer world reflects what you are thinking, which is by influencing your subconscious mind, using your conscious mind wisely with logic. And once you do that, everything will make sense, and we all will get the life what we want, right? So one hack which I'll give you is, two things which raise my vibration is reading books about the topic, and about this topic, law of attraction, personal development, about the things what I'm interested in, like business books and investing. And the second thing which raises my vibration is exercise, working out, right? But you can have your own thing. You can, some people enjoy music, right? Some people enjoy talking to friends, etc., etc. So whatever raises your vibration, do that often, and think about the things what you want more in life, right? And even if you don't have time for meditation, etc., your life will be pretty much what you want it to be. So thanks again for watching. A lot of rant over here, but I hope I have dropped some knowledge nuggets in this video. Just shared some knowledge from the books, and understanding the nature of the mind, I think is very important. So thanks again for watching the video, guys. I'll see you again in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.